Hi, everyone. I'm Mitch Juricich, and welcome to Hooked on the Niners, the Niners that are in the playoffs.
And I'm Terrell Jones, and we'll talk about how they, what did they do to the Cards? Oh, they gave us a heart attack against the Cardinals.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm Jerry Walker. Hey, my light went on, too. Check this out. No cameraman, just a camera, but I got a light. And we're going to talk about the frozen tundra.
Yeah, absolutely. Going up to Green Bay. We'll have all that. Do we have stuff for the museum this week? We got museum stuff, and we've got No, there is no Dan Brown. We'll have all that and nothing more right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Hooked on the Niners is supported by the Canyon Inn, 650-369-1646, and on the web at www.canyoninn.com. Bach Construction, 650-344-4844, or on the web at www.bachconstruction.com. Lawson's Wildlife Adventures, 650-504-3400. On the web at www.lawsonwildlifeadventures.com. Tisa's Pepper Jelly, 650-787-2357. And on the web at tisaspepperjelly.com. Check out the Peninsula TV studio with over 2,000 square feet of space in the auditorium of the Samtrans building in San Carlos. One studio, many looks. From a simple talk show to an onstage production, from musical performances to business webcasts, PowerPoint presentations, Skype interviews. With our state-of-the-art control room, we're one mouse click away from going live from our studio to the internet or to Peninsula TV. For more information, call 650-637-1936 or use the Contact Us form at pentv.tv.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. We got to stop talking about hamburgers during the break. Why?
I had like three of the best in Hawaii.
I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday.
Right.
Exactly.
For a hamburger today.
I think we've... No, I wouldn't pay you at all for 3 hamburgers today.
I don't think Blimpie did either.
But I'll tell you, if you get stressed and eating helps you with your stress, the 49ers are your team.
Yeah.
Gee, many Christmas. 17-0. I'm figuring, finally, I'll just sit back, relax, have a libation or two, and enjoy this. But oh no, it's right back on the edge of the seat.
No, and you're right. You know, and Jerry and I were talking about this earlier. That's one of the reasons why I like Belichick. Is because it doesn't matter how big the lead is, he's going for the throat.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what the Niners need to do. They need to say, you know what? We have to start killing these teams because now, you know, or they're going to come back on us like the Cards did yesterday.
Yeah.
In the NFL, you just can't let a team hang around.
Right.
You can't.
No.
But you know, we were in the process of not letting them hang around at 17-0.
Right.
And with all this innovative stuff.
That was fun.
I mean, it was just absolutely relentless. And I thought this is just going to, but all of a sudden a switch hits.
Right.
But I guess you know, like we've always talked about what Joe Montana used to say. The other team has coaches and players too.
Sure, and that other team beat Seattle in Seattle.
Beat Seattle in Seattle, and their front seven, I heard somebody in the 49er organization said that they might be better than Seattle's front seven.
Well, you know they're number 1 in rushing defense.
Right, exactly.
And I think they're, number 5 overall in defense. So that doesn't surprise me. But, you know, I think what the Niners did really well is the passing game.
Right.
Anquan Bolden. Oh, how many times have I said this all year?
Yeah.
He should be MVP of the team.
He should, but you know, if he was just a little tougher.
Exactly.
And if he had better hands.
If he had better hands. I got to tell you, I was sitting there watching the game with my son, and I said, I know this sounds silly, and you may take it for the moment, but he has made my all-time 49er team.
Oh.
If you let me pick my 53, and he hasn't been here a year.
Right.
And you know, obviously I love Dwight and Freddie and you know, JT and Jerry Rice and Gene Washington. We go down to Dave Parks, go down the line. I love this guy. I am. I would, if he would sit here one day, we'd have to pass the hat and pay him some money. I would love to have him on this show.
And just imagine, we got him for a 6th-round draft pick. That's
had to be something.
That's brotherly love
Come on,
right
man.
there.
There has to be something about
it. It was better than the 7th that somebody else offered. Minnesota or somebody offered a 7th.
A 7th?
Yeah.
I would have given him a 2.
Yeah. Well,
I'd probably give him a 3.
Maybe not a 2 because of his age and all that, but he's a player.
Yesterday, would you have given him a 2?
I would have. 1 yesterday.
Yeah, 1 yesterday.
100 yards in the first quarter.
My favorite play of his, late in the game, goes across the middle, catches the ball, hits the ground, on the ground is calling timeout. I love smart guys like that know how to play.
He did it before Harbaugh could go into a sprint.
Did you see Harbaugh run behind the back?
And to tell you the truth, when he first did it and came up with the timeout, I thought he let go of that ball just a shade too early. He didn't.
No,
But when you saw it on the replay, but I thought, oh boy. But he is just a breath of fresh air.
Oh, he is.
And off the field, he's even a better guy.
Is he really?
Yes.
He's got foundations and he takes care of people. Look at his quotes in the paper.
Yeah.
Talking about I'm just here to help the team and.
I sincerely think that at the end of the game, when they say, "Hey, you had 10 passes for 3 touchdowns," I don't care.
Yeah.
We win.
Yeah.
That's his deal.
Yep.
That's his deal.
Well, and getting back to what Jerry says, that he sets up these foundations. He's been to Arizona, Baltimore, and now here.
Yeah.
He set up foundations in all 3 of those cities.
All 3 of those cities.
Plus his hometown in Florida as well.
Wow.
So that tells you what kind of person this is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he seems to take care of himself, and he's in his 10th year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he go a couple
remember
more?
the one season he played with a broken jaw, with his jaw?
No, just his
wired together.
His face got shifted, and they had to wire it.
Wire his jaw.
And he came back and played.
Wait. Next topic. Next topic. I don't even want to talk about that. I just hope, and this is no slam against Michael Crabtree, but I hope some of that can rub off on Crab.
But see, and that's a very good point because.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
I wonder why I was here.
Me and you both. Okay, well, now that's figured out. Now we can go see the Loch Ness Monster, too. So,
so anyhow.
But did you see after, I don't know how many plays, Crabtree was, they overthrew Crabtree a few times. Mm-hmm. He always throws up his hands and he throws a little tantrum.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look at what Anquan does.
Right.
Take a page from his book and do the same thing.
Hey, if I'm the quarterback and you're the wideout, or vice versa, I overthrow you. Don't show me up.
Right.
I throw one right on your numbers and you drop it. I'm not going to say a word to you because we're in this together for the W.
Yes.
Absolutely right.
And not the hotel.
Okay, now that we've had this love fest here, what I like best about you two guys, my good friends, every time I get 1 foot or a second foot out on that ledge, you guys are there to grab my shirt and pull me back in. But I do have to
pull him back in.
One of these days it's going to be us. Should I be worried at all about the defense giving up all the yardage they've given up in the last 2 games via the pass to Ryan and Carson Palmer?
No. You see the note yesterday, Carson Palmer and all his yardage he's had 3 different teams, 4,000 yard seasons?
Yeah.
No, you do not have to. Now, what we may be concerned about, though, is Carlos Rogers.
Right. Well, and the other Rogers that we're going to see.
Well,
Well, and he had a good game.
Yeah. How about his first 2 passes, though? First 2 series, interceptions?
Hey, but you know what? He shook that rust off.
Exactly.
And how many times was 4th and whatever? And they
made it.
Exactly.
They made it.
Right.
Well, so I don't have to worry. And I don't have to worry about the fact that our pass rush,
no.
That's not a real good offensive line in Arizona.
Well, it's not a bad one either.
Exactly.
Not a bad one.
But now you have to look at Green Bay, though. Green Bay has given up 45 sacks.
Okay.
Rogers has been sacked 21 times.
All right.
Facing the Chicago defense, the Detroit defense, and the Minnesota defense.
That's almost half a season, 21 times.
I don't have to worry about it.
No.
Okay. We'll talk about Green Bay and that last time, but I don't have to worry about our performance. How about this? I'll be the first. Navarro Bowman, Defensive Player of the Year.
He's got my vote.
Wait. Then we talked about that last week, you and I.
You and I, we've been talking about that all season, actually.
That's
from like game 1 on.
Oh, you guys brought that up last year?
Yeah.
Well, I've probably listened to Dan Brown and not paying attention to that side. Dan.
Because he was talking about Tim Lincecum. So I don't know what you were listening to him for.
Maybe in the break I'll draw a picture of him.
Navarro's last 2 games?
Oh, just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
2 picks, fumble recovery, forced fumble.
And an 89-yard
28 tackles, I think.
Run, something like that.
Well, so the Cardinals only gave up, 2 turnovers yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And who who got them both?
Yeah.
There you go.
There he is.
Big guy.
Again, here's another little nitpick. 13 carries, 14 yards. I get that. I get it. They're the best rushing defense.
Right.
I get it. But all that fancy stuff in the beginning, and then the lull, and that. So we went fancy, we went lull, and then we went Quentin Patton.
Right.
Nothing wrong with Quentin Patton.
No.
Whoa.
I love that.
Whoa.
That's maybe the plus of the game right
Wow.
there.
I'll tell you what, but to me, his best play is when Bolden caught that pass for 62 yards and he had that block.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
That
I
was
love seeing
something.
wide receivers block.
That was something.
That was awesome.
So we don't have to worry about the offense.
No.
Okay.
No.
And isn't it true? And I know I keep pounding this. I watched the game, and as Kaepernick's playing, I'm saying to myself, God, this guy, he's just not there yet. Then I wake up in the morning and look at the stats. He did all of that?
Had an excellent game.
Where was I?
I don't know.
Good game.
310 yards and 2 TDs? Where were you?
I don't know. I guess I'm always looking for something to pick on. I don't know. I got to change my ways.
Definitely. You got to be more positive.
Exactly.
More positive.
Come on, you got to be more Zen-like.
Should I drink more or less?
No, you might
Well, whatever's going to make you happier, then go that direction.
The only word I have is it's going to be cold in Lambeau.
It is going to be cold in Lambeau. And we haven't even, when we come back, they're giving me the hook right here. We haven't even talked about our kicker. Wow. Which we'll do when we come back. And Jerry, you have show and tell, you did say, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got some show and tell for the museum down there where they're going to have a Super Bowl pretty quickly. And hopefully we'll be playing in it in a couple of years. We'll be back right here on Hooked on the Niners. No, Dawson into the,
56
yards.
How about Harbaugh's response when he missed the one?
Hooked on the Niners is supported by California Catering, San Mateo, 650-345-4881. On the web at CaliforniaCateringSanMateo.com. California Catering, South San Francisco, 650-589-0729. On the web at www.california-catering-company.com. California Catering, Emerald Hills, 650-369-4200. On the web at www.cacateringcompany.com. Bay 101 Casino, 408-451-8888. On the web at bay101.com.
Hi, I'm Katie Roletto, and I'm a local professional media producer. Thanks to Penn TV's volunteer program, I was able to expand upon my experience and gain some amazing training in the areas of television production right here in the Bay Area. The staff at Penn TV is very skilled and experienced in all aspects of technical production and really helped me learn and grow. If you're interested in finding out more about Penn TV's volunteer program, please visit them at www.penntv.tv and click on the volunteer tab. Thanks, Penn TV.
Dan Brown?
Welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. Mitch Juricich here with Jerry Walker, Terrell Jones, and Dan Brown. You're probably not going to see this because it's white and there's a glare, but who cares? Dan's not here anyway. All right. We left talking about Phil Dawson.
Right.
Yes.
56 yards.
Oh, geez.
We were talking in the elevator coming up. When he did it, your lovely daughter, Kelly, agrees with me. I was, what are you doing? What are we doing? I thought he was, seriously, I thought, are they trying for the 6th seed?
No, I knew he had it.
So
I really did.
Yeah.
Look at me.
No, the one he missed, I was shocked.
Yeah.
So was I.
I was shocked.
But it's okay, and I hate to put blame or superstition, but did you see the laces?
The laces. Yeah.
Laces out, Dano, laces out.
Yeah, that's the first time that Eddie Lee has done that.
Yeah.
So, but still.
56 yards.
Oh,
56 yards.
That would have gone 62.
Yes, it could have.
Could have, but when they're lining up for it, it didn't just bother you at all.
No. What did they have to lose? Seriously.
Okay, all right.
The 6th seed and the 5th seed, the only difference is the 6th seed is going to have to go to Seattle earlier than normal.
That's
No.
true.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the best record gets the worst record.
Okay, but I'm assuming we're going to win. So if we were the 6th seed and we win our first game, we're going to go to Seattle.
Yeah.
But we're going to do the same thing anyway.
But then we won't have to go to Seattle till the championship game, and maybe somebody else set Seattle before that, and we end up hosting. New Orleans is an awfully good 5th seed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but if New Orleans beats Philadelphia,
they're the 6th seed.
They're the 6th seed, and they're going to go to Seattle.
That's what I said.
But if Philadelphia beats them and we beat Green Bay, we're going to go to Seattle.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Because we're a wild card? Because don't you, don't you go on records at that point?
No, you don't.
You go by seeding.
That's we can probably turn this into the third segment instead of the second
because
the division winners get first crack at being at home.
But New Orleans San Francisco championship game.
Oh, that could happen.
Here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That's going to happen.
Wouldn't that be nice?
New Orleans is a good team.
But Dawson, anyway, to get back to him, and to get back to the catch by Patton on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see on the 49ers sidelines who was running and jumping and setting?
He ran right past the official.
Bob Lang?
Oh, somebody pulled Bob Lang off the field.
Lang has some hops. For a little old worn-out white guy, he has got some hops.
You got to have hops if you're a PR guy.
Well, yeah, but breaking up fights in Detroit, running along the sideline. I don't think this stuff is in Bob's job description, but he does it really well. All right. What have we got for the museum that's going to be open? When is that going to open, by the way?
Oh, is that the segment?
Oh, I guess it is.
Now that we've eaten up half of it.
We've already started putting together displays.
Oh, really?
We're building walls and putting displays up.
So when are we going to get our personal tour?
Yeah.
When would you like, next week?
Yeah, well, whenever, but let's see what's in there.
So,
if this stuff's any good, I may want to
come
come down and see it.
So I didn't bring them all.
Wow, what the heck are those?
These are Sports Illustrated, featuring the Niners. And I didn't bring them all, like I don't have Dwight's catch in here, for example.
Okay.
But we've got some things like, actually I think I may have had this on the show already.
Yeah, you have.
But we got Ricky Waters.
Ricky Waters.
Oh, I remember that one.
Ronaldo Skeets Nehemiah.
Skeets Nehemiah.
Was it Glazebrook that put him out?
Yeah.
JR.
Hot Hands, JR. Has Joe Montana ever been on the cover? JR.
Who?
Yeah. Oh boy, there he is.
I don't even have all of Joe's.
Yeah, we're probably going through these way too fast for our director Jim Reisinger, but we'll get some of these. Gee, many Christmas. We have been on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
I think YA's probably been on.
Yeah.
And if YA's been on, I think we have had 7 quarterbacks on. I've got 6 quarterbacks in here.
Hold that one up just a little bit longer. There's Joe Montana and his, what a beautiful family.
These kids are all grown up now.
Yeah, all grown up is right. That's the Super Bowl
Coop.
one, yeah. We're really going through these way too fast, but the point of this is that you've got
That's a good one.
all of these. Steve Young, yeah.
I mean, it's an honor to be on SI.
All right.
Absolutely. And probably a lot of our viewers have these. Oh, Kaepernick made it.
Alex.
A lot of people out there probably have these.
They might, and if they do, and they want to send us another one for our archives, we're interested.
Yeah, sure. Now, these are all things that you got from people.
These are all...
And they're encased in plastic. You had that done?
I kind of did that myself. But
you did?
That's
how
nice.
about a couple of these?
Oh.
Steve Spurrier and John Brody.
No Jeff Garcia?
Wow.
I don't think Jeff made the cover, but I'm not positive.
Right.
And then I threw in a couple of sport magazines just to show them off today.
Ken Willard and Hurry and You.
And then my favorite cover of all time.
Time Magazine.
And it's not an SI, but...
Yeah.
I like that.
That brings back such good memories.
Wow. That is just really good stuff. Wow.
So there's some history there.
Now, is that going to go into a what's the word I'm looking for? A
collage?
No, not a collage, but
display case,
writing
showcase.
section. What's the word I'm looking for?
We should have a secret word, huh?
I can't think of the word. Literature section, media section. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Our museum is going to have a lot of media, meaning interactive videos and computers and stuff.
Right.
And we'll probably have a whole series of these in there that you can look through.
Okay.
But these themselves will be on display in the museum portion of it.
Okay.
Tied in probably a story. Like if we have a story on Hugh, maybe tie that in with it.
Gotcha.
We're trying to get to trifecta. So these could be artifacts, and then with the artifact, a story about this guy here, the old ball coach.
Yeah, the old ball coach.
And then have this, a story about him, and then maybe a photo of him, I don't know,
right,
from this game or from his career or something.
I would imagine, and if this is none of our business, you just feel free to tell us that. I would imagine that at some point before the season starts, before the stadium even opens up, there's going to be a day where you're going to invite the media to come and go. The alums to go through the museum. Probably
both. We've actually invited the alums a year ago to see the construction, but now that we're getting
stuff in there.
Yeah, so you can actually see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have them back. We'll have a couple of special days.
Right.
Question for you.
Yes.
So when Sports Illustrated decides to put a certain player on the cover, do they call the PR director and say, hey, by the way, we're going to do this?
No. Not that I'm aware of. Nowadays they might, but usually it's SI gets to pick and choose, and everybody gets surprised by it. You've heard my story about Dwight Clark on the cover from the championship game.
Right.
So no, these covers I was never informed on any of these prior to that I can recall.
Right. And again, just to not to leave our audience out in a lurch there, the story with Dwight Clark was you had gotten the cover of the catch, showed it to Dwight, and you were actually holding up practice.
On the practice field.
And Bill Walsh came over and said, can I have my team back? Because everybody was assembling, and then came up after you afterwards and said, it's pretty neat.
He actually said, oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That was an oh, wow moment. And speaking of that, Dwight in the paper the other day was kind of championing the fact that he hopes that the place from where the throw and the catch were made is some ground that is sacred, and whatever that development is going to be out there at Candlestick Point, that area won't like be the basement of a garage or something like that.
Well, we're taking the turf from the place he landed from the catch.
Really?
That's going in the museum. I hope that's not a spoiler alert. We've got a special section in the museum where that's going.
Now I need a new front lawn. Can I go out there and?
Can you give me a piece?
Yeah, right.
Your lawn's got to be under sea level.
Yeah, right, under sea level for it to survive. And the reason I agree with Dwight about doing that, when I went to the new stadium in New York, when my son was back there going to school to see a Mets game, they had the old Shea Stadium diamond with the bases. It's in the parking lot, but it's kind of in a cordoned off area where you can stand right at second base where Pete Rose slid into Buddy Harrelson and had a fight.
I think in Atlanta they have the same thing at Fulton County.
Well, they have that in Minnesota because now it's the Mall of America.
Right.
But they have home plate.
I thought those were snow fences.
Yeah. Our resident Viking fan here who has a team that's looking for a new coach. All right, when we come back,
for a new GM too. Anyway.
Hey,
when we come back, thanks, Jer. When we come back, we'll go around the league a little bit, and we'll talk about the game in Green Bay right here on Hooked on the Niners. Some real good stuff happened yesterday, wasn't it? How about the Pittsburgh Steelers fans? I said a little roasted.
Hooked on the Niners is supported by Parkside Grill, 650-529-9007. On the web at www.parksidegrill.net. Handlery Hotel, 1-800-995-HUSH. The website is www.handlery.com. Poplar Creek Golf Course, 650-522-4653. And on the web at www.poplarcreekgolf.com. Eddie Perez and Company, 650-363-5904. On the web at www.eperezpainting.com. Armstrong Carpet and Linoleum Company, 415-751-2827. On the web at www.armstrongcarpet.com.
All right, welcome back to Hooked on the Niners. Before we start talking about the game up in Green Bay, some real interesting stuff happened around the league yesterday, led by the Kansas City-San Diego game, which, to set it up, San Diego needs to win to get into the playoffs, and they're basically playing Kansas City second string. So the first thing I'd ask you is, how do you feel about that? Do the Kansas City Chiefs have a responsibility to the rest of the league to put their best foot forward, or do they have a responsibility to the Kansas City Chiefs?
They have responsibility to the Chiefs, to the players, and they're going into the playoffs. Yeah. So why not rest them? But with that being said, look what the reserves did.
Yeah.
They took it to the Chargers like no other.
Well, first of all, Dexter McCluster, as a reserve, you got a pretty good roster.
Well, but look at Niles Davis.
Niles Davis.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He ran up and through that defense like they were peewees.
And Chase Daniel, nice little job.
That's a real nice job.
Yeah. Real nice job there. But all the things, I can't even get into all the stuff that happened with the forward progress, the missed field goal, all the wacky plays. And as we said when we were going to commercial, the poor people in Pittsburgh. Yeah. My heart just goes out to those fans. You're sitting there watching that thinking, we're going to be in the playoffs with no problem. Right. With no problem. And then, a couple other things, New England 12-4. What a great job with all those injuries, but
Could be coach of the year.
could be.
So here's an interesting fact, and this is the time of year that Jerry and I both hate. Black Monday.
Yeah.
All the coaches getting fired.
Yeah.
Did you know that since they've hired Belichick in 2000, there's been 116 different head coaches?
Isn't that amazing?
In the NFL.
Yes. Counting the ones that got fired today.
Isn't that
Right.
amazing?
Yeah.
Now we always joke with our friend here that he's from Minnesota and that he's a Viking fan. The Browns.
Why don't you give the guy a chance?
Bro,
Thank you. You start
got
trying to work the
fired.
team.
His anniversary doesn't come up for another 14 days.
Right.
He doesn't even last the whole year. 1 year.
Yeah. I didn't last the whole year, and I didn't get fired during the season. There's something wrong there with that formula. He had no quarterback. You trade his running back.
Injuries like crazy.
Injuries like crazy.
The defense played very, very well.
Yeah.
But you know what his parting gift is? $10.6 million.
Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, thank you.
Well, you can fire me right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I want my check, Mitch.
You guys are out of here. Will you split your parting gift with me?
Wow.
Yeah. All right, we've only got a couple of minutes left. Funny, I'm not that worried about Green Bay. I think we can run on them. I'm a little worried about Rodgers passing against us, but I think our offense, which I think has been asleep for a bit in this second half of the season, will wake up there.
No, I agree with you. Because you're talking about the third best offense
Because he
in the
wants
league.
$10.6 million when he gets fired.
Yeah.
Exactly. the third best offense in the league. Talking about Green Bay.
If he gets $10, that'll be high.
from you, Monopoly money is a gift.
No, I interrupted your thought there.
But I mean, you always have to have a little concern because it's the playoffs, and it's an away game.
Right.
And it's Green Bay.
Right.
So
we got about a minute
There
left.
are no givens.
Right.
Yes.
We match up very well against Green Bay.
Right.
We have matched up well against them the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Our offense is a little up and down.
Yeah.
But right now, Green Bay, they've been up since 6 o'clock this morning working on triple reverses and offensive linemen.
Who's going to
eligible.
guard Joe Staley?
Right. Exactly.
and who's this Patton guy?
Yeah. And don't forget, Joe Staley was a tight end at Central Michigan.
This is true.
Defenses win championships.
Yeah, I think so too. And they travel and they play well.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 17 degrees with only a 20% chance of snow when they play next Sunday. So we've only got about 30 seconds left. So to all of you out there, for Jerry and for Terrell and myself, Dan Brown and all the other people that have been on the show and the crew here, which is absolutely the best, we want to wish you a very, very happy New Year, a happy, healthy, safe, prosperous New Year with lots of 49er wins. So whether they win or lose, we may be back next year to kind of recap this whole season. We'll see how this plays out. So until then, we'll see you next time right here on Hooked on the Niners.
Where'd your cameraman go? He kind of
Yeah.
left out in the middle of the show.
Mine
Wouldn't you leave if that was what you had to point at?
Yeah, mine boycotted. Like, come on, really?
All I know is I got one. Show started, I had one, and all of a sudden.